Hey everyone, Robert Ferringo of Doc Sports here with the next team on my 2023 NFL Power Rankings Countdown. Today we are talking about the number 21 team, the New England Patriots. Before we get to the Patriots, I have to mention to like and subscribe and turn on your alerts for the Doc Sports YouTube channel. You get free plays in a variety of sports from some of the top sports handicapping minds in the industry. Also, down in that description, take advantage of the free $60, same as cash, that we're giving to you. You are welcome. Use it for any handicapper, any package, in any sport that you want. That includes any of our weekly, monthly, or full season football packages, which are ready and available right now. It's football season, man. Get on board. Don't wait. Don't miss out. NFL preseason is a great time to pad your stack. Those games are starting this week with the Hall of Fame game. And then we have 3 full weeks of preseason action to build up your bankroll and just kind of get that muscle memory back to betting on football each week and winning some money. All right. Speaking of muscle memory, talking about the New England Patriots. Maybe it's just all the money that I've made betting on this team over the last 20 years. Maybe it's all the times that I kind of kicked myself for betting against them during that stretch. I don't know what it is, but even though I have the New England Patriots in kind of the bottom third of teams in the NFL, I got to tell you, I'm still not in a rush to bet against a Bill Belichick coached team. All right, say everything that you want. Oh, he's never won anything without Tom Brady. Sure, no. I get it. I think that's a nonsensical kind of gibberish argument, but whatever. There is no denying that Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches in the history of North American sports and one of the best football coaches any of us have ever seen. I'm not in a hurry to bet against a guy like that. Even when I look at this team, maybe I don't love what I see. Now, flashback to last year, Bill Belichick is great, but he's not without weakness. And all those weaknesses were kind of on display last year. The stubbornness, the arrogance, his inability to adapt to the new NFL. All that was on display last year when he had no offensive coordinator, and he put Matt Patricia, a noted loser, a guy who has been unsuccessful at just about every position he's ever held in football, put him in charge of the offense. And surprise, surprise, and by that I mean surprise to absolutely no one, New England's offense was a train wreck last year. Well, flash forward to this season. Bill Belichick realized the error of his ways, and now he has Bill O'Brien running the offense. Now, Bill O'Brien is not some offensive guru, offensive mastermind, but he is a competent, proven kind of offensive coordinator. So if we operate from the premise that the New England Patriots offense is going to be night and day better from what it was last season, then all right, you got me kind of intrigued about this team. Now, part of the problem with the offense isn't the scheme necessarily, it's the lack of high-end talent. Mac Jones, he had one fantastic rookie year, then he had the sophomore slump and was terrible last year. He got benched, he had people calling for Bailey Zappi. It was kind of a mess. We still don't know exactly who or what Mac Jones is, but I've seen enough of them to know that I could probably expect competence, right? Don't turn the ball over. Don't make mistakes. I've seen the guy make some big-time throws. He should have a better relationship. By all reports, he will have a better relationship or does have a better relationship with Bill O'Brien. So if we put Mac Jones at average and pencil him in there, then again, we should see a little improvement from what we saw out of the quarterback position for the Patriots last year. Now, Patriots receivers, they're okay. Patriots running backs, they're okay. Patriots offensive line, say it with me, they're okay. There's nothing great. Nothing jumps out here. Now, I'm a little higher on some of their receivers. I like Devontae Parker. I always thought he was underutilized in Miami. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's fresh off a Super Bowl win. We've seen him have some big seasons. We've seen him have some injury issues. I think that can be a real solid 1-2 punch right there. I think New England's offense, for good or ill, is going to revolve around the tight ends. They absolutely need to get something out of Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. Okay, if those two can combine for, let's say, 120 catches, 110 catches, break that 1,000-yard Mark, maybe get 1,200 yards retrieving between the two of them, be solid red zone targets, then I think New England is going to score some points because they are going to run the ball. And if they take care of the ball, for them, it's just going to be all about finishing drives. That's what they didn't do last year. There were two areas last year where they were terrible offensively that I'm looking for marked improvement. Number one, they were number 26 in time of possession. They just could not sustain drives at all. And they were near the bottom of the league. Oh, wait, no, they were the bottom of the league in red zone efficiency. They were number 32 in red zone scoring touchdowns. So if they can hold on to the ball, sustain some drives, and finish some drives a little bit, then you're going to see a spark out of this team on that side of the ball. Now, that will also take the pressure off the defense. And defensively, think about this. The New England Patriots have finished in the top 10 in points allowed in scoring defense 17 of the last 19 years. I'm going to take a minute. You just let that sink in, all right? Last year, they were number 8 in total defense and number 11 in points allowed, and that qualified as a down year for this group. If they get a little bit of help from the offense, they could field another top 10 defense very, very easily. They did last year. They were number 8 in total defense. They could be a top 5 defense. So now we're starting to put the pieces together for kind of a quintessential Bill Belichick underdog team, right? Team that runs the ball, plays good defense, doesn't make mistakes, capitalizes on other people's mistakes. If that's the case, I think that this team could outperform where I have them ranked. Now, probably the biggest issue for the Patriots has nothing to do with the Patriots, actually. It's a matter of relativity. If New England were in the NFC South, let's say, then I'd have this team penciled in for 10-plus wins, and they'd probably be going to the playoffs in the NFC. They're not, though. They're in the AFC East, and the AFC East is loaded. And I can't look at the other 3 teams, Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets, and say that New England is better than any of them. That's 6 tough games right there. They also play the NFC East in their crossover with the NFC. They sent 3 teams to the playoffs last year. So it is not an easy schedule by any stretch of the imagination. So even if New England is a little bit better this year on both sides of the ball, they still might struggle to put some wins together. And that's what brings us to their season win total. All right. Now, before we get to the pick over or under on 7.5 is their number. I think that that's low, even with their schedule. And consider this. The New England Patriots have not had back-to-back losing season since the early 90s. It's been almost 30 years since New England has had back-to-back seasons below 500. That being said, and I'm going to contradict everything I said at the beginning of this, I don't like to bet against Bill Belichick or the New England Patriots, but I will if I have to. And looking at the schedule, I see an 8-win team. So I like them to go over their season win total. I think 7.5 is selling this team way too short. Frankly, if you have any team in the NFL that can field a top 5, top 10 defense, I think you got to pencil them in around 500, right? So I think this number is a little bit short on New England. I like them over 7.5. But I do think they might have that second consecutive losing season. I see them winning around 8 or 9 games. I do think that this is going to be a very valuable team to bet on in a week-to-week situation. Belichick has always been great in that underdog role, and I think he has kind of a quintessential Belichick underdog team this year. So take New England over 7.5 wins. That's it for today. Carpe diem, and good luck.